Before you start to store and organize your own files, it's important to understand the folder structure that already exists in Windows so you can work within that established organization. So I'm going to open File Explorer, I'll go to this PC, and I want to open up my main storage drive, the C drive, so I'll double click on that. And I do want to mention the way files and folders are displayed in this window on your screen might look a little different from mine. Don't worry about that for now, we'll see. So this is the contents of my main storage drive. The organization starts with a bunch of folders. And here's the easy part. You don't have to worry about most of these folders. Now, program files and program files x86 are kind of interesting. These folders are where your applications are stored. When you go to the Start menu and you browse through all of your applications, these are all actually stored inside of one of these folders. So you could go into these folders, find an application, and launch it from there. But nobody really does that. You generally just launch applications from the Start menu. So you usually don't need to go into these folders. It's just good to know that this is where your programs are. All right, let's take a step back. I'll click the back button in the top left. And one folder here that is very important is the users folder. So let's open that, and let's really focus on that for the rest of this movie. Here you're going to find a folder with your name on it, or an abbreviation of your name. This is your home folder. This is where all of your personal files should be stored. Documents, pictures, music, everything that belongs to you except your applications. Of course, if you have an external hard drive or USB memory stick, you can feel free to store files there too. But for files on your main storage drive, this is your stuff. If you have more than one user account set up on your computer, each user will have their own home folder, and you cannot see inside another user's home folder without their password. We're going to see how to set up multiple user accounts in a different movie. For now, I just see one home folder. It has my name on it, so I want to open that up. And what I see here are the default folders that are set up by the computer inside of each home folder. These subfolders are pre-made for the different types of files that you might have. Now, you don't have to use these folders, but using them keeps things much cleaner. And lots of applications assume that your pictures are in the pictures folder, and your videos are in the videos folder, and so on. But there is something really important here, which will work differently for different setups. If you open up your documents folder here, if you've saved something in your documents folder, you should expect to see that stuff here. And that might be how it works for you. Now, as you can see, my documents folder. So here's the important thing. This works differently if you use OneDrive. That is Microsoft's online storage tool, and it may be set up for you automatically if you sign into Windows with a Microsoft Online account. If you use OneDrive, you have two documents folders. You have the documents folder here inside of your home folder, but also still in the home folder, there's a folder called OneDrive, and inside of that is another documents folder. And you may also see another desktop folder and another pictures folder, and you might see some other folders as well. Now, I know this can be confusing, so I wanted to clarify. Now, you can choose which one you want to use. If you use the normal folders inside of your home folder, those files are stored only on your computer's drive. If you store them in one of the folders inside of OneDrive, they're still stored on your system drive, but they're also automatically synced to Microsoft's online servers, which gives you an instant backup. But your storage space on OneDrive is limited, so you can run out of space. So whether you actively use OneDrive or not, this is all stored inside of the home folder. Later, when you store new files and when you learn how to create new folders, I strongly encourage you to keep your stuff in this folder structure inside of the home folder. This helps you stay organized and keeps your files tied to your user account.